Hey, what's going on? Happy West Coast Wednesday or Thursday. It's been too long of a week Thursday, that's what it's been. Hey guys, welcome to Girl Chat Sports with Mo and Mel. Um we've had a busy week.
Very busy
That's
week.
that's been about that's been the sum up. And listen, if you guys are trying to, watch a little Thursday night football, or perhaps you're at the Lakers Timberwolves game, you can still watch this on your phone. You can still watch it later. So if you're just catching up, or you tap in late, feel free to catch the replay. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Girl Chat Sports. That way, you can watch them whenever you feel like it.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. It's busy right now because if you are a diehard sports fan, this is your time of year. You've got baseball playoffs, hockey's starting, football's already in gear, and you've got basketball preseason. And I think here in Vegas, we're now blessed where there's at least preseason NBA here. We watched the game yesterday. There's a game tonight. We saw hockey on Tuesday. There's football here.
You got
So
G League here. You got everything.
G League's here. I mean, that
You got everything.
I think everybody saw that G League game, not so much just because of the G League, but because of who they were playing and the guy they were playing. And we'll get into that one as well. This guy is ridiculous.
Well, they got two guys. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I did want to throw this out there because right now is the Broncos and the Colts. And I think everybody's sick of watching the Broncos on prime time. I mean, I think they've played 3 times in the first 5 weeks. Like, why? Why are we doing this? Why are you still playing? The score.
Well, I mean,
is
they got to
6-6.
play, but why are they showing them is a question. Like,
Why are
are
they putting them
the
in prime time?
Why are they on the prime time?
Yeah.
Because it's a Russell Wilson sale. That's what it is. But he
But
really doesn't
he's
have
not
anybody.
selling nothing. He's not selling nothing.
Well, it sounds like hate to me, but
I mean,
he's doing the best he can with what he can. The Denver Broncos definitely have a defense, okay? Because I saw that with the Raiders this past Sunday.
Oh, I have
It's the
their defense.
offense.
I got the defense. Yes.
That's a little, shaky.
Absolutely.
It's very shaky. You got Melvin Gordon on the other side. Jerry Jeudy has not shown up. And you got a fumbling, rambling, scrimmage, squirrely looking Russell Wilson out there who hasn't turned into Russell Wilson.
Absolutely.
And then you got a coach that's not really a coach, I don't think, but they got problems. But it's fine for me because they're AFC West. Like, who cares? I see how you Seahawks fans feel, though. It's funny.
Well, it's not so much that, but I think it's just I've talked to Broncos fans. I hit them up today and was like, "So are we booing Russ today or what?" Because they've booed him every home game, and they booed him in Seattle as well. And I'm just curious at what point.
Well, they booed him because he's not living up to the expectation that you guys had with him.
Which is why I'm just.
That's
watching.
why they're booing him.
We knew that. We knew he was going downhill.
Bitter too because, you paid him all this money, didn't get the line you needed, and he got frustrated and he left.
He just can't.
But it didn't get better.
Nat. Hi, Nat. How are you doing? He hasn't gotten better. That's the thing, is that he left.
Would he have gotten better with you guys? Or would it have been the same status
he was
quo?
already going down. That's what I'm saying. He was going downhill.
Yeah.
He was already going downhill. We knew that. Once, like I said, after the whole Sierra marriage, his play has decreased ever since that time significantly. So now he is where he is. I just, I think Broncos fans thought they were getting the Super Bowl Russell Wilson, and I don't think he's been there for quite some time.
Yeah, he's playing like a quarterback that's very familiar to me. Very close to home to me.
Very close to home. Very close to home. Before we get into more sports, so I did wanted to bring everyone's attention that is here in Las Vegas. Tomorrow, Friday, is the Las Vegas Pride Parade. It is downtown on 4th Street. Please join and support. I know that, shout out to our friend Andre Wade, who provided this little flyer. There is going to be a little pre-get-together at the Classic Jewel from 4 to 6. That's there on Bonneville Street, right there near where the parade is going to start. And of course, there'll be some of the, the congressional people in town or in the house. The parade's going to be full of lots of local support. And so if you'd like to be there, head on down to downtown it's on me off 4th Street. So make sure you stop in, say hello, support the LGBTQ plus community. And yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
What other hot topics we got going on?
Well, hot topics. This is a big one.
Yeah.
Brittany Griner.
Into it.
Brittany Griner, she has now officially been detained for 231 days in Russia. There was a recent interview that her wife had done on I think it was earlier today or yesterday, where she said that, you know, Brittany's not sounding good, that she thinks that she's at like her weakest moment, that she's afraid of being forgotten in Russia. Her wife also told that Brittany told her that she felt like her life doesn't matter. Like, y'all done see the need. You guys don't see the need to get me back home. Am I just nothing? So she has her appeal on October 25th for that 9-year sentence she received. It's unclear what may happen, but she could also be moved to a labor camp somewhere in Russia after this hearing if the appeal doesn't go through for her. I mean, 231 days. She's still in Russia. From what the wife says is that there's been a lot of talk with President Biden and people here in the US, but really ultimately it takes two to tango, and that Russian part is not tangoing in the dance to help her get released, or the other people being held there in Russia. So unfortunately, this is where we're at now, which is sad.
Very, very sad. I don't know else more can be said about this. We've said it all, and I think she needs the support. She needs everybody to still keep her in the thoughts with the free BG hashtag. We need to keep promoting that and posting that and not forgetting about her, because it's the forgetting, and most inmates do go through that, where families, friends just forget that they're even there. And that can really play on your mental so much that it's not even funny. So,
not to mention where she's being detained, I'm sure the space she's living in. I mean, all those things can come into play. And
it's just being detained. You're not free to do anything. You're detained.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter that. You're detained. You can't see your wife. You can't see any of your teammates. You can't see any of your family, your friends. Nothing. You're in total isolation. And that's unfortunate, because I still feel like with this situation that it wasn't her primarily that set this up. I still feel like this was a convenient time to have this woman in prison as a bargaining chip for the U.S. to make a trade with whomever they want to trade with. And, calling on Putin to try to do something about this, I think that's fallen on deaf ears to some degree. I don't think that's going to be the move.
No.
And it's sad. It's very sad. It's disturbing. It's sad. It's very unfortunate, and it's unfair. But like I said, we just can't keep forgetting BG. We have to keep following up with the story. If there's petitions, I've signed a few petitions. I'm sure you signed some petitions. There are petitions out there. Maybe I'll send the link for it on our
There has to be more done. But
it's got to be more done. It's got to be spoken about. We can't forget about this lady. So prayers to all of that.
Well, and Shane puts in a point that she messed up by going to Russia. She had to go play there. She didn't make money. She played there for 5 years. This is the 5th year, and this is what happens. So, unfortunately, it's unfortunate. What's up, Donnell? Goose, shout out to With Ball Bounce. Shout out to Lynn that was in here earlier.
Yeah, as well as Lynn. Natalie. Lynn, are you in Mexico, girl? You still in Mexicali?
Where are you at, Lynn?
She's emancipated herself. She hasn't been in the U.S. in forever.
She's over it.
I get jealous. She did the right thing. She decided to take up island in Mexico, a beachside, and live the life. But I thank you for tuning in, Lynn. I miss you.
Absolutely.
I don't think it was anything that, the thing of it is she messed up going over there. They treated her like a star over there. And they thought that she was a high profile star enough to use.
Sure.
Like I said, to my theory of her being a bargaining chip. Had the WNBA given her, the salary well and above and beyond, we'll talk about that. Yeah. She probably wouldn't have to go over there and make the $1 million that she makes going over there to play.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was something that, she thought she was cool. It's like you going over there for any contract job. It's like you going anywhere to do anything. It's just a convenient situation and time.
Well, it's also like for the tourists that are going to Mexico, and then there's some crazy stuff that happens. And there's, it wasn't like you chose to be there during this certain time when there's some stuff going down. You unfortunately, and she
like I said,
you
could be over there for anything. It's a convenient opportunity and time that they detain her right when they're about to declare war.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. The timing of it all.
Exactly. Yeah.
The timing
and the war,
and that has to be a way of it, in my theory, set up.
Definitely. Hey Heather, welcome to the show. So please support BG.
Exactly,
continue
Shane,
to push the topic of BG. Hopefully we can get her home. Hopefully, our thoughts and prayers for her and her family, and that this appeal can somehow be worked out, or that she can somehow manage to get back.
Right.
In related but not related news, President Biden also had pardoned thousands of convicted marijuana possession charges. He is working on his decriminalization plan, including reclassifying marijuana in a different schedule under federal law, and is trying to help those with federal convictions of simple possession. So, congrats to President Biden on making some changes here. Hopefully it's helpful and impacts some of those that, I know, we know, because if it's legal out there to use, there shouldn't be the punishment.
Well, the next step is federal legalization across the country. Just make all 50 states regulated, okay, and make it legal. Then we wouldn't be having these shenanigans. But
it would be nice.
Time.
Lynn is still in Mexico, she said.
I know she is.
I wish I was there with you.
Post. Lynn,
I wish I was with you. Yes.
I had my cousin smuggle her something when she went. Legally smuggle. It was like a doormat or something. My cousin. Shout out to Bria, had gone out there, and Lynn had something we needed to bring. I thought I would be able to go, and I wasn't. And my cousin stepped up, who was traveling there, got her
wonderful
gift. So, yeah, I know you're living your best life ever. Yeah. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. I definitely will. Topics. Trust me.
Listen,
trust me.
Lynn, the whole show gonna be in Mexico and Playa del Carmen one day. So just make some room for us. We're gonna go live from Mexico. We'll figure out somewhere.
You met up, for sure.
We need that. Shout out to Donetta.
Miss Ballin D, great show always.
Miss Ballin D, always. Thank you so much for checking us out. So other hot topics: Aaron Judge hits his 62nd home run, passes Roger Maris's record. Obviously, there's still some discussion on it being the real home run leader. There, of course, is still Barry Bonds. I think he had 73, but we all know those feelings on Barry Bonds and how he was able to reach that number. Shout out to Aaron Judge. Listen, 62 home runs is no small feat. It was interesting to see one of the fans in the field try to catch the ball, but fell over the railing. The one that caught the ball has already been offered $2 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what you got to do. You hold on to that thing. But if he hits 63, it's null and void. So try to get your money while you can now before you
get
hit
it
63.
while you can. Right, because then it's not going to be worth as much. Not even. Shoot. But I mean, actually, it is. He's not going to hit 63 because now we're into the playoffs. So this was his 62 last.
It is.
That's
the number in the regular season.
That's the money ball.
That's the money ball.
Money ball there.
Yeah, you fans can't be giving these players their balls back. I'm sorry. I understand.
No. And he mentioned that. He had said, I'd loved at the ball, but that person did what they came here for, and they caught the ball, and they deserve it.
What are you going to do? Make them an offer you can't refuse.
Bid on it.
If you want it.
Lifetime season tickets, if that's your team or if that's your person. I mean, get a sign, get 10 signed jerseys. You can raffle those.
I want the money. Just give me the money. Like, make it worth my while to give up the ball.
Yes.
That guy's got to be kicking himself that gave that ball back for Tom Brady after Mike Evans gave it to him. I mean, I'm sorry. You're not getting the ball back.
But is that ball even worth as much now? Because, I mean, the way Tom Brady is playing, I don't know. Anyway.
That's Brady. Probably is.
So last hot topic is concussions. You guys, there's been a lot of, including tonight, there's been a concussion in watching Thursday Night Football. So, of course, we all know the Tua concern. He had played last Sunday, got hit, went to the tent, was okay to come back out and play. Had been into some concussion protocols throughout the week, played Thursday Night Football, got hit again, slammed his head to the turf. And it's just been bad. So he's not playing this week. He's going to be still out. The NFLPA had already terminated that unaffiliated doctor that had, I guess, checked him out on Sunday. And then the NFL and the NFLPA have agreed upon some new protocols in which that they will rule a player out that exhibits like gross motor instability. And we saw Tua, how he had tried to get up on Sunday, and he definitely had some inability in moving. So it's unfortunate it happened tonight to Hines. We'll get into it a little bit later too, because of course you've got Jonathan Taylor. I put in Hines as the backup, and within 5 minutes, he's in concussion protocol, not returning for the rest of the game. So concussions are serious. There needs to be something more that needs to be done. There's been players that have been speaking out on both sides of it, because obviously concussions is part of the game. Unfortunately, you're playing a contact sport, and until they can develop some way to help resolve that, unfortunately, this is what we have to deal with. But it's just, I think, putting them back in the game too soon, or letting them back into playing too soon. I don't know. It's just, it's all bad.
Brian Flores is right about the organization, the way they handle things and the way they do stuff. So, not surprised. We all saw the man stumble, get down to his knees on Sunday after getting concussed, to only play in a Thursday game where he gets hit so hard his hands fence up, and he's carried out on a stretcher. And now they paid person to tell him he was okay, is the fall guy. And the thing of it is you gotta have to blame on someone. It's the organization pushing that, just because he was on prime time and it's money and all of that involved. Yeah. And Amazon dollars and stuff that he had to play. Let me tell you something. Week 2, when the Raiders played the Cardinals, Hunter Renfrow got concussed. He just for the first day in training camp today was not in a red jersey of a do not hit jersey. He's been on concussion ever since that hit in week 2. Hasn't been in a game or nothing. So what is going on where we clearly see this man severely hurt?
An issue,
far worse to me than Hunter Renfrow was, and he's still back within the same week. Like, it's crazy. Come on.
Shane said he didn't hear. Shane, you said you didn't see his head get hit. Was that for the first time or the second time? Because the second time his head hit the turf. His
hands fenced up.
Oh yeah. Well, the hand thing that was Sunday.
No, the hand thing was Thursday.
Oh,
his
Thursday.
Hands fenced
You're right.
up on Thursday. He hit his
and that
head.
was due to the trauma from
your
before,
body
as well
up. It's called fencing. So the hands fence up in this gnarled situation.
Because he was still dealing with trauma from Sunday too, and that's just
they're trying to say it's his back and neck, but it's still, you hit your head. Anytime anybody hits their head, go get checked out.
What do you think
feel like
connects everything together?
Right,
like your whole spine connected to your brain.
I've heard people that have hit their heads, don't go to the doctor. 2 days later, they feel dizzy or they have a clot or something because they did not go get checked out because they thought they were okay. Yeah. So you got to make sure you do that.
Oh, he was talking about Nyheim Hines on the Colts.
Yeah, Nyheim Hines.
No, he got hit. He got rocked. He got up and had jello legs.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Nyheim Hines got rocked. Badly.
So some Jugadores Locos, guys. I brought in a new category into a little subcategory. This would be a Jugadores fandom, because the Jugadores fan has gotten a lot of control. On Monday Night Football, right around halftime, we saw a fan, which was now been identified as a
wasn't he a protester or something?
A protester, yes, an animal rights activist from Direct Action Everywhere. Here's what happened, and then of course, shout out to B-Wags, always with the body.
There he is. There he is. Yes. Oh, yes. That's what we're talking about. Wagner, a veteran, right? Get him down. Now get out and let these guys take.
So the fan
he had all day.
So the fan.
That's the best look he had all day
since he was in Seattle. But so Bobby Wagner filed a police. The protester filed a police report against Bobby Wagner with the Santa Clara police, saying that it was a blatant assault. Bobby's like, listen, I'm trying to make sure the rest of us are okay, because we don't know what this person's carrying on them. We don't know what's in that smoke they have on them. It could be endangering all of us. It could be endangering fans. There was also a second activist, apparently a girl, who had gotten stopped before she got on the field. So there was technically supposed to be 2 that were running out there at the time. This is ridiculous. You took the chances of illegally coming onto a field during a game. I'm sure there has to be some kind of issue.
It's no different than those that come on there streaking and do stuff in baseball games and all that other stuff. The fact that he had the smoke bombs was just kind of crazy, but at the same time, Bobby Wagner, so you're going to risk it all, too, protecting everybody. I appreciate you being a hero for that.
Yeah, of course he is. You know, he knew he had one job to tackle, and he made it happen. It could have probably been harder too. I mean, you know, but
lucky the guy didn't have a knife or anything. It could have been a whole lot worse for him.
Could have been a lot worse.
Had it or not.
It was unbelievable.
A risky situation.
It was, yeah. It's a lot. We also got Mr. Draymond Green threw a punch at Jordan Poole at practice yesterday. Apparently there was some trash talking, led to some shoving, ended with Draymond punching Poole in the face, or I'm not sure in the face, but punching him. He did eventually apologize to the team as well as to Poole. There probably won't be any as far as game discipline. He may be fined, or it might just be internally through their team, but the Warriors haven't clarified if there is going to be some kind of discipline or fines or whatnot for Draymond, but he was apologetic. Interesting thing on this one too, though, is that there was some chatter on the subject in regards to the team. The team's saying that Jordan Poole's kind of been acting different this year. He wants to get paid. He wants some money. He wants some contract negotiations, and he's been acting a little different around the clubhouse.
Well, he's going to get that big contract extension. That's not a problem. But he has been acting brand new as far as
you can take that chip off your shoulder yet, bro.
Well,
but,
it's the ego thing. He's acting brand new for the ego. Go. Oh my God. They actually are making yardage. I turned to this game.
I thought you weren't watching the game. You were like, no, I'm not watching that game. I turned it.
I was watching the Heat preseason. I turned back because I got Russell on my fantasy. I just needed him to do something in the second half. I just needed him to do something. But see, the quarter's about to end. Yeah, so they're first and 10 with 5 seconds left.
What they got three field goals. What kind is this?
Hey, listen, nothing's going on the Colts end either. They ain't too shabby looking.
So we got a 5 field goal game right now. Good thing I got Denver's kicker on both my teams. I'll take that. That's 3. That's not bad.
That gives you points. Yeah, you better be happy. This is a good game for you. You want it to be field goal action for McManus.
I want it to be field goal action. Let me take all of it.
Exactly. But yeah, I heard he's been acting real brand new and kind of coming in with the ego and being a young person about to get a bag, that kind of stuff. And sometimes people have to sun them. You just got to sun those youngsters. And Draymond is known for being that guy. To not take no.
I just want to keep flashing Shane's comment. Shane, you know how it is for the Seattle fans.
Boy, y'all some fair weather fans. You got the man's autograph.
It ain't fair weather, but we had him.
That's some stuff. Wow.
What do we need him for? He wasn't doing good for us last year anyway.
Say he's the only quarterback that brought you guys a Super Bowl ring, and this is how y'all treat him. Wow.
It was definitely not just him. You don't think Legion of Boom had nothing to do with that Super Bowl
I'm not saying that, but y'all had a stellar quarterback in him to do so. So
but had he been stellar since then? I mean,
but you got a Super Bowl with him being there.
And I appreciate that. I got my Super Bowl jersey of his.
Like you can't hate him. You can't do that. Y'all ain't going to see a Super Bowl no time soon, like my Raiders.
My opinions, and I can have them. You're welcome.
You can, but the fact remains y'all some fair weather fans, and I'm just gonna keep it like that.
Because we're fans of the Seahawks. We're not fans of him no more. He's not with us.
Wow.
I love Bobby, but I'm not a fan of him.
Wow,
no I didn't like Sherman when he left. I
can't believe I can't believe the disrespect. I cannot believe the disrespect that this man has brought to you guys. You
gonna be loving Derek Carr when he leaves the Raiders?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I will.
What? Really? Okay.
Absolutely, I'll love him.
Earmark this show.
I want him to leave. What you talking about?
No, I'm saying you're going to love him. You're going to cheer for him. You're going to support him after he leaves.
I'm not cheering for him, but I'll be loving the fact that he's gone. That's why I love him.
Well, I mean,
that's why I love him. He didn't
now you're taking it to a different point. That's
our two of our 3 Lombardi trophies came from Jim Plunkett, okay? And we love Jim. Your 1 Super Bowl trophy came from Russell Wilson and that Legion of Boom. Y'all still need to love him. Because y'all not gonna see one no time soon. I don't understand.
I'm thankful that he gave us that championship.
Well, be thankful, but don't be hating.
I don't gotta be supporting him though. I don't gotta support him for what? I got what we got what he needed. That was what 7 years ago. Shoot.
Oh,
moving on to another
fair weather. Boy, Russell, you see how they do you? You see how they do you?
Look how he did us.
Look how they do the black man. Look how they do the black man. Look, I'm gonna throw it in there. Look how they threw the. Look, I'm being messy now. Look how they do the black man.
That's
how they do the black quarterback in Seattle, y'all. Don't go.
Your phone cut off yet? Has it been an hour?
Nope, we ain't got an hour yet. I'm just calling it like I see it.
All right, talking about Messi. This would be the king of Messi right here. This Jugadores Locos. First of all, Antonio Brown, we saw too much of him after a video surfaced of him exposing himself while at a hotel pool to a lady that I don't know if he was with or whatever, but that was the first thing. Second thing, he goes on Instagram right after the Tom and Giselle separation stuff and the divorce attorneys being hired, and posts that picture of him and Giselle. And then lastly, he backs Kanye on the White Lives Matter t-shirts that he had during, was that Paris Fashion Week? AB is a man of his own kind here. And I can't even, yeah. So
keep showing his butt.
He's showing way more than that. He literally is showing all of it, and it's ridiculous. We don't need that. We don't need him.
I thought there were laws in Dubai where you couldn't be all showing flesh and stuff like that. I thought you could go in jail for that.
Maybe the pool's different. I mean, or maybe because your AB is different. I don't know.
No, I think he got out of there. He was there for Floyd's fight in Dubai. He was at a private hotel resort or some reports say that he guest reported him. And they didn't press charges. That's why he didn't get in trouble. But he was reported on by the hotel.
Wow.
By the hotel guests to the front desk and something complained. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thought Dubai, they would have got him. He's lucky they didn't get in jail for that.
So, here in Las Vegas, we had mentioned talking about the G League. This is a picture of Victor Wembanyama, who played, I forgot the name, was the other team's name, not Ignite, but this Mets 92 or whatever, this other team. Plays for them. He's 7'3", 7'4", but has like power forwards type skills. Like everybody in the NBA is already acknowledging like he has superhuman type skills in regards to basketball. He's standing in that picture next to Rudy Gobert, who is reportedly to be 7'1". Look how much taller he is. Stephen Curry said that he is like a 2K cheat code, and basically Victor is set to possibly be the number one pick from the draft this next coming year. So people are wondering like who's going to start tanking for Victor on their team. If you watch some of the highlights, I'm sure everyone's seen it by now. They're all over ESPN, all over social media. I mean, the guy literally looks like he floats down the field or down the court, and it's pretty awesome to see. So yes, the Las Vegas Ignite are here in Las Vegas. They play in Henderson at the Dollar Loan Center. I heard that the arena there is fabulous. It's brand new.
5,000 capacity.
One day I'll make it to 5,000. That's it.
5,500.
Oh Lord.
And the tickets were $70 today for today's game. His team won. Our Ignite didn't win today.
Yeah.
They lost by like 6 points.
So they had another game today too.
Yeah, it was back to back. Yeah, it was the 4th and the 6th. So yeah, today's game. It was a 12:30 afternoon game. I had contemplated on going to it, and I changed my mind because between seeing him and Scoot Henderson, I wanted to see both of them in that action because Scoot's getting a lot of looks as well, and there's a lot of talk with both of them
being in the top of the draft.
Yeah, top draft picks. So yeah, and then Sharif O'Neal's over there too, but Sharif O'Neal didn't play.
He wasn't playing
on that game
he?
In the 4th. He didn't play on the 4th, and I don't know if he played today either. But they showed him. I think he did because he did a jersey swap with one of the players, so he may have played today.
All right.
Yeah.
We also, the Lakers and Suns were here yesterday. Lakers and Timberwolves, like we said, are here tonight, playing now at T-Mobile. LeBron, after the press conference, and shout out to Brian Salmon, I think he had asked the question that's been kind of moving around of LeBron James and his plea to Adam Silver in regards to Las Vegas being a best fan base in the world. That he feels that Las Vegas is the city, and the city wants an NBA team, and that he basically pled to Adam Silver that he wants the team here, and he'd like to be a part of that ownership group. So we'll see how that goes. But
he's been expressing that, and it's just a matter of them making that announcement that they were supposed to make during the preseason,
which whether or not have yet to make.
Right, that if we were getting expansion teams. So
we're still waiting, Adam.
Still waiting because
they were supposed to say it. They were supposed to say it in Seattle during the preseason games there, and they didn't. And I thought they were going to say it here, unless they mentioned it tonight. They haven't yet. But shout out to our governor, who definitely says that Las Vegas is ready, and that they would be happy to have him here in the sports capital of the world. So I know it. I know Vegas is ready. Vegas wants that team. A team, any team. And I want Sonics back. So, just give them both a team and let's move it on. let's move it on. So, Vegas. Oh, I wanted to shout out to the homie Tarek for hooking up some tickets for the Lakers game. I know you got to go too, and we got to catch our guy Brian walking around, trying not to do work. He said he had some work to do and needed to get it done before 10, and it was like 8:30 or something like that. But we'll clip a little. LeBron was showing his distance early on, and he had 23 points in his 17 minutes of play. There was some good stuff there, so we're excited for that. It was incredible for me because we had just been at the VGK game the night before. So it's amazing how T-Mobile turns from ice rink into NBA basketball in the matter less than 24 hours. Thank you, Mo, and to your friend that gave us tickets for the VGK game on Tuesday. Vegas Golden Knights won 4-3. They're still in preseason. Season for all of NHL starts on the 11th next Tuesday. We play in LA. Our home opener is against the Blackhawks Thursday the 13th. I don't know if you saw on your TV, Mo. It looks like Wilson is hurt from Shane, is what he said.
Well, he threw an interception, so he ought to be hurt. He should be hurt mentally and physically at this point. You know, that's your guy. And I was trying to carry this black man.
We've already discussed this. Definitely not our guy.
For him, and I was trying to be there for him, and I wasn't trying to be hard on him like y'all was giving him so much. But now I have.
We didn't say, "Hey, go get injured." I'm just, yeah.
No. I mean, I'm just being hard on his playmaking. I mean, it just sucks, because I started this guy. But whatever.
It's
Colts,
a lot.
It's crazy to me is that the Colts still can't take advantage of this and do anything.
Well, it's Matt Ryan. And they have no running back. They have
no running back.
They got Lindsey as their main running back right now.
They don't have anybody.
It's a lot. I did also want to remind those of you in Las Vegas, Kelsey Plum has her meet and greet on Saturday, 11 to 12:30. If you looked in our group chat, there actually was going to be a lot of like freebies and food, Raising Cane's. There was that Crumbles. So
Crumble cookie.
even if you're just hungry, like swing through. So that's going to be out in Henderson at Finley, Volkswagen again. So go see the Husky alumni, the world champion, the FIBA champion, the MVP of the All-Star game, etc., etc. Excited for her. Listen, it is atrocious. I don't even know how people are dealing with this. Shane mentioned that. It's Heather. Game is atrocious. Oh wow! And Shane,
as an AFC West person, I'm loving it.
Shane actually needs the Broncos to win by 3.
I actually am loving this as an AFC West person. I think it's just golden. I'm hating it for the fantasy part of it to give Russell a chance when it's Seahawks fans.
But for your AFC, that's it. It ain't even about that.
Well, AFC looks good for it.
All right, so week 4 in the NFL is over, and of course, my favorite person to listen to, and his little memes, Benchwarmer Ben on Instagram, Facebook, probably on Twitter too. This is his week 4 cap up.
Hey man, I didn't see the games this weekend. Can you tell me what happened? Again? Do you even like football? I'm just a busy guy. All right, fine. Thank you. Now tell me, was this week a little more normal? Tua had to go to the hospital because he got concussed for the second time in 4 days. But the concussion protocol is so effective. Patriots almost beat the Packers in Green Bay with Bailey Zappi. What happened to Brian Hoyer? Concussion. Great. Daniel Jones hurt his ankle and the Giants had to use Saquon Barkley at quarterback for a little while. What happened to Tyrod Taylor? Concussion. Great. Cooper Rush is still undefeated. Dak should just move to tight end. Seahawks and Lions put up a combined 93 points. That's too many. And DK Metcalf got carted off so he could poop. He should change his name to Dookie Metcalf. There were some normal things this week though. Oh really? Well, Kyle Pitts was trash. I am sad that's become the norm. The Texans are ass. I hope CJ Stroud likes Houston. And Brady's having marital problems. Don't tell Zach Wilson.
He said, don't tell Zach Wilson.
I've been calling your purple hair friend Dookie. Oh my God.
Yes. Well, here's the deal. I was actually at the Detroit game, and all I saw was a little ESPN alert that said DK's being carted off. And I'm like, I didn't even see him in the game. How did he get carted off? What's happening? Later, it came out, of course, that the long walk to the bathrooms would not have held the clench he needed to hold for it. And they showed him getting carted off because he had to go number 2. Couldn't wait for a little bathroom break. So
that would have been bad.
It would have definitely been bad. Speaking of the Seahawks, of course, we had a great win in Detroit, a high scoring game. Not a whole lot of defense out there, but I was impressed by Geno, by Penny, of course. I think Geno got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He had his quarterback ranking went up like 17 in just a matter of weeks. So this was actually a video of him throwing to Will Dissly for one of the touchdowns. Will Dissly. So Detroit was great. I think your mic is mic is muted. Oh, okay. Got it on purpose. So yeah, 93 combined points. Rashard Penny had 2 touchdowns. He also is possibly injured. I'm still waiting for him because he is also on my fantasy team. We'll see how that goes. He is one of many running backs that have been out, like we mentioned earlier. Mo's issue with Jonathan Taylor, of course, with Hines as backup. Broncos Javonte Williams got a torn ACL. Cordell Patterson for Atlanta, who ran through Seattle a couple weeks ago. He's also on IR with an injury. So it's a tough time for those fantasy players out there. Tough time indeed. Rough all over the place.
Yeah. I thought I really was going to be doing something with Jonathan Taylor. And granted, I was until this happened. So probably could see possibly a week 5 and 6 with him out, depending on the nature of his injury. It's just getting ridiculous all across the board with this fantasy thing. I think we lost a lot of players. A lot of players are still sitting in questionable status. Good players. I'm just wondering, like, what the heck is going on? They don't want us to win. They don't want us to have bragging rights. And they definitely don't want me to get any money. So it's just a conspiracy with it all. I can't take it. It's too much.
Listen, Heather, these injuries are definitely the death.
It's just too much. It's too
I've
early
lost some crazy games already just because of either not having the right running back in, or of course the ones that I put in.
Or they're doing stuff and getting suspended. Mike Evans, you're costing me weeks here for just because you want to knuckle up, and I'm just, it's too much. It's like all is something.
It's a lot. So it's a lot going on. Here's the one for you, Nat. Your Patriots will be wearing the throwback red unis that they have not worn in over a decade. This will be coming up this Sunday, so I'm sure you'll be just jazzed to watch this.
Maybe they'll win some games then. If they take it back.
You never know. Hopefully, I don't know if a Zappy is going to be playing again, but that was interesting to see the rookie come in for the Packers because the Pats just, what can you say? Or, maybe they'll win and have a celebratory meal at In-N-Out. I mean, you could do the Mark Davis joint right here. In-N-Out party of one. So Mark Davis was seen over at In-N-Out in his usual white tees, light denim, and white sneakers, enjoying probably some animal style fries or something, but hilarious.
Yeah, he's wearing his Raider stuff. No one stopped him either or bothered him. I wonder which In-N-Out that was. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe the one on Trop that's right there next to the stadium or something?
I don't know. Their practice facilities over in Henderson. So maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
That's cool.
It is cool. Mark is got good taste in burgers. That's all I can say.
He did. And you guys won your game. You beat the Broncos this weekend. So that's great.
Is it though?
I mean, I feel it's great. I feel like the Aces were there to help celebrate. The Raiders acknowledged them bringing the first championship to Las Vegas. They had a whole nice thing up there for them. I think that's great. Maybe it brought them some luck.
I don't know how it did when they had such a sea of orange. All in the stands.
I mean, what do you expect? All these people are selling their tickets nonstop.
I'm sandwiched in between Donkey fans and my Raider fans, and I'm just seeing a sea of orange everywhere. I guess the poetic justice of it all was the fact that we were able to beat them and they could walk out of our Allegiant Stadium in silence.
Mm-hmm.
They spent a lot of money on those tickets to see them lose. And had it not been for our defense, we probably would have lost, possibly. I mean, the defense, definitely when Melvin Gordon fumbled that ball and our defensive line caught it and was able to run with it. I believe it was, I can't remember his name. But
and
was
where's
awesome
Waller
win.
at? Has he didn't show up this week either, did he?
Waller was there.
Was he playing?
Waller was playing.
Oh, okay.
Waller was dropping the ball too.
Oh.
I mean, this is what it is. I don't know what they got to do to figure it out. We got a game on Monday. I don't know.
Monday Night Football.
I'm happy that we won a game.
Football.
I'm happy that we won a game. I'm happy that we beat somebody in our division. I don't know what's going to happen when we go to Arrowhead. We've beat the Chiefs before, but we just don't know what that's going to do.
Arrowhead, Monday Night Football. It's a big, big game right there.
It is.
You got some time. You have a little extra time to prepare, a little extra time to get it together, and hopefully you guys can come out with that win.
Yeah, we get Hunter Renfrow back because, like I said, he wasn't in the red jersey during practice, so that helps.
Good.
On the line. And then Chandler Jones, we're still waiting to see you show up. We paid you all this money, and
still on that.
Max
milk
Crosby
carton,
can't do it all on defense. You know, you just can't.
Still on that milk carton.
And I think Denzel Perryman is on our injury, so that kind of sucks because he's a stud, and hopefully he can be back. But for defense, I don't know.
Tough. There's been a lot more injuries at the beginning of this season. I feel like it's been than in others. Maybe it's the preseason thing with players not playing. Maybe it's I don't know. But I will tell you this: Cooper Rush is still winning for the Cowboys.
I haven't played anybody. I mean, I need them to get off of Dak too. I need them to. Jerry Jones is a monster for this. He really is. You've got people talking now in the streets about it's going to be a slingshot. It's going to be a whole.
It's going to be a competition for the quarterback position.
Come on. That's so mean. Come on. You know Dak is better. Let's stop it. Stop it.
We do we?
We do know. You know Dak is better. Don't do that, Mel. You know he's
I'm
better.
not. Listen,
you know.
I'm not.
And you know they have not played anybody. I don't even know why you even going here with this. See, the black man can't get no kind of justice on this thing. I swear, y'all be hating, man. Listen, you know he's better. I don't even know.
Knock it off. I'm not saying that he's not better. I'm just saying that his play has not necessarily been. I mean, it's not just his fault. Zeke Elliott hasn't been doing nothing either. The wide receivers haven't been doing much. I mean, they don't really have a whole lot going on.
So
their defense is great.
So you're telling me that Cooper Rush is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott?
Not saying he's a better quarterback. I'm saying I think because that there's less pressure on him, he's able to work better. He's able to play better in the games. I feel like Dak maybe gets in his head too much that he's all this pressures for him to win and to make the playoffs, to win a playoff game, and he's not doing it. And so then it just crumbles and it becomes injuries and this and that and backlash. And
that's a better quarterback is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And
we'll see how he does. And we'll see how he does.
And when he comes back in week 6. Yeah. When he plays some elite teams. Because
is it really happening in week 6 then? Because he wanted to come back like last week.
Well, he was listening to his daddy, Jerry Jones, on that one. That was wrong. He could come back in week 6, but he's coming back when it's a better schedule. Like the schedule gets actually a little bit better for them. For him, it's better elite teams that he goes up against. I mean, you think Cooper Rush and those guys are going to win this week?
Who do they play again this week? Let me see. They played the Rams, but here's the deal: the Rams haven't been playing Ramish. They're not playing like champs.
They're playing in LA.
So, and 49ers just beat them in it. I don't know. It depends on if the Rams will show up. If they're mad about losing to the 49ers and so terrible,
they're going to show up. But I think Aaron Donald's going to crush some people.
I hope. Listen, I don't want the Cowboys to win. Let's get that straight. I'm just saying the Rams haven't been playing like Super Bowl champion Rams.
Oh, I agree with you on that wholeheartedly. Yeah. But do you think you're going to really diminish? I'm not going to diminish them to the level that the Cowboys are going to beat them. I'm not saying that ever.
The Cowboys defense is good. I'll give them defense. So if they can defensively stop the Rams, I don't know. And Cooper can lay low under the radar. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that the Rams defense has been spectacular and will be stopping Zeke or what's their other running back that's been going crazy too? Shoot, I just bet on him as well. Anyway, enough football. Major League Baseball postseason is starting tomorrow. So Shane, if you're still out there, for all my Mariners fans, we've officially broken the 21 or 20-year curse.
Oh, Michael Gallup. Yeah, that's right.
Gallup. Yeah, it wasn't him. Who's the other running back? No. Anyway. Shout out to the Mariners.
About?
Parsons. No, Parsons.
It's not Micah Parsons.
No, it's not Mike Parsons.
I don't know who else it is.
It's the other running back.
Because I don't pay attention to the Cowgirls like you do. I just think Dak's a better quarterback.
Pollard. Thank you, Heather. Yes. Pollard. Pollard be getting, because I be betting on like players to have the over-under for yards and stuff. And he's also one that, messed up, my brother's parlay when we were on FanDuel in Arizona. Anyways, long story short, Major League Baseball. So Seattle is going to Toronto for the first series of wild card games. 3 games, best of 3. We're going to Toronto. We have a 5-2 regular season record against Toronto. So we're hoping this will be sufficient in bringing, getting into the next the ALDS and having to face off with Houston. You guys have that bye, of course, since you numero uno, and you'll be facing off either the Mets or the Padres. Listen, that Mets and Braves, they had quite the run trying to see who was going to win that division. Yeah. And Atlanta came out on top. So this is what it's looking like.
So what's your prediction going all the way?
Going all the way.
I mean, if you look at the bracket right now that you have up, keep it up. Like I'm looking on the NL West. I'm thinking St. Louis is going to take over Philly and St. Louis is going to advance and play Atlanta. I'm thinking it's either going to be the Mets that go over and advance over the Padres and play
They're going to beat the Padres. Yeah,
you'll beat the Mets or Padres. For sure we'll be able to beat the Mets and advance. That's just my confidence in it. The Braves, I'm not too sure when it comes to St. Louis. I think St. Louis be owning them. So I think it's going to be coming down to us and the Braves.
They might, but and them not, and then having that kind of time off too. Like you know what happens even in regular other sports is when you get the too much time off in between. What are you doing with it? And I don't know. I think it could be you. I think it could be you and the Cardinals going for the national.
I think it's us and the Braves.
Champs. Oh yeah. Okay.
I think it's us and the Braves possibly. Donnell, if you're still listening, I think it's me and you again for NL championships.
Yes. For the AL, I pretty much believe the Yankees will be facing most likely, I don't want to say it, but I'll say Houston. I feel that we'll play Houston next weekend, but Houston has our number. And we got one guy out. Haggerty is out. He's out for at least the 2 first rounds. So we wouldn't be able to have him back until like the ALCS. I'm all for us having like a New York Yankees, Seattle Mariners, ALCS of like, what was it, 1990?
So you guys think you can beat the Astros to advance to beat the Yankees?
No, I think we can beat the Blue Jays. I think the Astros are our struggle because they own us.
Well, you don't get to the Blue Jays unless New York takes out the Blue Jays, and you have to take out because you're playing Toronto.
We played. That's the Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, Toronto Blue Jays. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Tampa Bay Rays. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yes, the Blue Jays. Yes. I'm tripping. No. So go. Yeah.
We beat Toronto.
Okay.
We play Houston. I think it'll be I think it will go 5 games with Houston.
Okay.
I don't know if I see us beating. I would love it if we beat Houston.
I would love it too.
And then we face New York. And then we face New York, and I'm fine with that because we've been able to beat New York on occasion this season too. So I think we've actually played New York better this season than we played at the Houston Astros. So I'm with it. Listen, we're ready. My flight's already booked for Seattle next weekend. So should we beat, once we beat Toronto, putting it into existence, I will be game 1 and 2 are in Houston Tuesday and Thursday next week. Game 3 and 4, if there's a 4 that need be, it'll be Saturday and Sunday for game 3 and 4, and then game 5 back in Houston. So that is our picture right now in the playoffs.
Well, I'm happy you guys about that. Made it.
Listen, who you tell? I think everybody in Seattle is happy about us.
I'm sure.
It's been way too long. I had just graduated college the last time.
So I'm sure
we made the playoffs.
I'm sure because the WNBA didn't pull it off. Sounders was the last championship you guys got to see, so this would be a good time.
No, we pulled the Storm had it 2 years ago?
And when did the Sounders? Didn't they win the last year?
I don't think they won it last year. I could be
was it
wrong. Shane, if you're there, I don't know if we won it last year. Yeah. But they'd be in it. The Sounders be good.
The Sounders I feel like you're winning something. Yeah.
For sure. I did want to also, so here's not to this is why I'm tired. I've been at 4 major sporting events in the last 5 days. So me and my girl, while in Detroit for the game on Sunday for the Seahawks, we went to the Tigers game because tickets were $8 or $10. Got to kick it with the Detroit Tiger there for a second. Of course, we rep the Mariners and Griffey in our shirts that we had, but seeing that, the NFL game, we went to VGK, the NBA. I mean, it's a lot going on for everybody. So I did want to also show the cutest thing in the world. I don't even know how this is so cute, but listen, there was a golden retriever that caught a home run, technically caught it-ish at the Mets game. So cute.
Number 26 for Lindor, and he crushed it.
Well, we got the ball.
Yeah,
we got a lucky bark in the park still.
We got a new play toy.
I don't think he's giving that one to Bob or anybody else.
That little dog, right? Insta famous. The owner of the puppy, it was Bark in the Park, which we have here at our Aviators games, and they do them at the Lights games as well. You can bring your dogs on there. He saw the home run coming and reached over like his girlfriend to try and shield the dog. Because he's like, I don't need no 100-mile-per-hour ball hitting my animal, and then we got to go to the vet right after the game. So apparently the ball hit off his finger, it hit off a seat, and it landed on the ground. And that's when the dog found it, and it became his new chew toy. So shout out to the golden retriever for that one. Man, listen. I do want to say a real quick shout out to the cast of Ted Lasso. I love Ted Lasso, and they're filming again in London. So they were at the first London game on Sunday. And Jason Sudeikis, who is Ted Lasso's character, plays Ted Lasso. Look what he's sporting at the NFL game in London.
WNBA hoodie.
Got the WNBA orange hoodie on, showing off that women are wonderful, they're powerful, and this league is amazing. So big shout out to him. The cast, of course, of Ted Lasso. I'm excited to see when this next season comes out. But that's dope. It was really cool to see that he was out there sporting that orange hoodie. So if you don't have one and winter is coming, get on your local sports sites and get that WNBA orange hoodie, because it's just
a great look.
It is a great look. We are going to get into some sneaker drops here. That was really cute. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for watching. Yeah, the dog was super cute, like ridiculously cute doing that. All right, so sneakers. These are the Air Jordan 1 Highs Stash Metallic. As you can tell, it has removable stash pockets, not only on the back side, but on the sides of the shoe. Silver and gold. These are released tomorrow. On the 8th, which is Saturday, you've got the Jordan 12 Florals. I don't even understand these shoes, or why you'd want these floral flowers on your shoe, but hey, that's great. There's also these MCM and Pumas. These will be out. They're called the Slipstream Low Show-Ups. These will be out on Saturday as well. Price point is $500. And you've got the Dunk Lows Argons. These were originally released back in 2001, so they're making their return 21 years later, like the Mariners, and will be released on Saturday as well. Last but not least, one of the part of the HBCUs getting their own Dunk Lows, the TSU Tigers, which is the Tennessee State Tigers, these will be released on the 8th. Other HBCUs that have already had their dunks, Florida A&M, Carolina A&T, and the CAU Athletics. So if you're a Tennessee State Tiger or love them colors, there you go. That's what it is. Heather, what'd you say? Yes, the silver and gold. Yeah, the fanny pack, but I think that I love me a good fanny pack. I wear them as a crossbody, but so I'm gonna try for these and see. At this point, what can we do? What can we do? Yeah. Before we get into pick'ems, I just wanted to say to everybody out there right now, please wish my girl Mo an early happy birthday. Mo birthday is on Monday, and we love her, and we love her being part of Girl Chat Sports, and can't wait to celebrate and continue to celebrate you, special lovely
My birthday
lady.
is not on Monday.
The 11th.
No.
10th? Wasn't today? No, 10th.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it is.
Mm-mm.
Stop. Don't lie.
She's not having a birthday this year.
Shut up.
We're just going to skip this year.
Her birthday's on Monday. Don't listen to this woman today. She mad.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just skipping it.
Whatever.
Can I just skip a birthday? Is that something fair to do?
I mean, you don't got to go crazy all out. See, look at how that happens. It's been an hour. She tips off, and I wish her happy birthday. Now she want to get off. She has got to get off the show. I know, ridiculous. She'll pop back in, but yeah, we need to get these picks done so we can get going. See how you do? The timing is always impeccable with you.
It's right on time when it's necessary. And I always feel like I'm getting a cold. Coming close to my birthday. Keep drinking.
Why is that?
And drinking.
You be doing so much.
Well, I'm drinking because I don't want my throat to keep getting dry. I've been coughing.
Okay. All right, guys. So I won the pick'em last week.
And the week before, right?
Yeah, so I'm 2-0 right now.
Okay. Good job.
Here we go. Well, we already got today's game. We're not doing that. So Giants at Green Bay. This is the London game. 6:30 in the morning here. I got to go with Packers. I don't see a Giant upset here, and especially in London, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Pittsburgh at Buffalo. I don't think any new quarterback for the Steelers because, now they're playing, what's his name? Shoot. They're playing their, because they took Rudolph out. Pickett. They're playing Pickett. So, I mean, it's Josh Allen. The Bills are coming back.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Chargers at the Browns. Heather, close your eyes. Don't listen. I love Herbert, but I feel like I haven't seen him play since week 1. Really.
Cleveland ain't been playing their best either.
They have, but then running game, you really can't stop Nick Chubb. That's the whole point. That
I don't like AFC West with the Chargers being in it and a part of it. I totally would go with you on these Browns, but I'm gonna have to look at. I got too much riding on Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler right now, so I'm gonna just go with the Chargers because they're playing at home, right?
No, they're playing they're playing in Cleveland.
Oh, they're playing in Cleveland. That's right, because the Rams are playing at home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll switch that then. I'll go with the Brownies.
You're going to go with the Browns.
This is a home game for them, yeah.
Okay. All right.
If it was away, I think something differently, but.
Yeah. I've got the Lions at New England. I mean, I like Detroit. I enjoyed watching our game. They're a good young team, and I feel like they can easily beat the Patriots. Sorry, Natalie. Especially after they've been getting all these close games where they've been losing by the 2-3 points here and there.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Heather said, but the Browns can't stop Herbert's passing game. But will Herbert be passing a lot? Because his numbers.
Well, I got him on his fantasy league. I'm betting that he does. I think he could probably pull that off. You
going with the Pats or the Lions?
I'm going with the Lions.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what I picked on my pick'ems. I need my sheet.
Seattle at New Orleans. I know you're going against me because this is your team, your second team.
Yeah, I'm going with my second team, but Michael Thomas is still questionable. I have him in my lineup, but I think...
Has he even come back? Did he play so far this year?
Oh, Russell Westbrook took the game. No, I don't think so, but I think he's back this week. So I got him in my lineup. We'll see. I'm gonna go with my who dat.
All right. The Tualist Dolphins. Who's their backup? What's his face?
It's Jacoby Brissett, ain't it? Oh, Teddy Bridgewater.
Bridgewater, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
At the Jets, Zach Wilson is back.
I'm going with the Jets. I've been riding with these Jets all week. Like, I'm going to the Jets till they run out of fuel. I'm rolling with the Jets. You can go ahead and put me down on that one. Because I picked the Jets last week and they won that game.
Yeah.
So I ain't going to be mad at them if they win again.
I'm just going to roll with Miami still.
And I actually won money last week with the Jets.
Did you?
Them because the line was so big. So I'm going to roll with them.
We've got the Falcons heading into Tampa Bay land. Atlanta don't got their running back. They barely have a quarterback. I mean, I got to roll. Tom gave me like 90 points last week, so I'm rolling with Tom this week because this hopefully should be easy for him.
We didn't even get a chance to talk even about the Giselle stuff.
I know,
but I'm going to run into. I'm going to roll with Tampa Bay too.
Okay. Tennessee Titans at the Washington Commanders. I'm not even sure who's going to watch this game.
Tennessee, come on.
Agreed. Sorry to all those DC fans. Shout out to the DC podcast out there that we've rolled with. Commanders ain't listen. All right, the Niners at Carolina. This could be the upset of the week.
I don't like Baker Mayfield.
I don't like the Niners.
Well,
I know. All right, Mo, I'm put you down for San Francisco. I'm going to take the Panthers. I'm just going to hope that, McCaffrey finally finds the hole like 6 times. Just runs through it.
They may win this game. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't much of nothing. I don't like the 49ers either for you, but, I don't like Baker.
Yeah.
And I see my theory proven even more when he can't beat this team. So
right. All right, we got the Eagles at Cardinals. Philly is the only undefeated team left.
And this could be an upset week for them. This could be their upset week.
Do you know what's crazy? This is we're going into week 5. Do you remember when we've done our show and our pick'ems and there's been undefeated teams up until like week 9 or 8, or there's been 3 at week 8? Like, this is the one and only undefeated team, and we're only going into week 5. It's a lot of, as Tom Brady said, it's a lot of bad football, including him.
It is a lot of bad football.
Yeah, a lot of bad football, a lot of bad injuries.
I still don't see the Eagles being Super Bowl contenders. God, even Donovan McNabb, their own former quarterback, said they ain't Super Bowl contenders.
Ouch.
They said they're just lucky right now. That hurts. Jesus.
Wilson just got intercepted. Thank you for the update.
My points are diminishing to probably 5 on the fantasy. So
okay.
I wish I had started Matt Stafford now. I knew it. But it's all good. I wanted to see
in hindsight. Just like I should have probably played Sutton. But see, I was picking between Sutton and Hines. I don't think Sutton is getting many points from Russell here today.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I got Ertz and I got Kyler Murray, so I'm gonna hope for there being an upset here.
I picked Philly at work on my pick'ems. I'm going to stick to it, but I just feel like this is going to be an upset week.
I mean, I don't want Arizona to win because they're in our division, but I need points. Like, especially after this stuff is happening, I need points right now.
Yeah.
All right, Dallas at the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams still. I'm not picking no Cowboys.
I mean, I'm still going to go with the Rams. I'm just saying, like, maybe Cooper Rush surprises us this week.
That Cooper Rush Kool-Aid.
All right, Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson. The battle for Sunday Night Football.
Oh, my God. Come on. I'm taking Lamar all day. I'm going with them Ravens. Their defense is ridiculous. Their defense is high in points against Cincinnati.
Their defense is nothing like it used to be.
But they're giving Baltimore, one of my leagues, they're giving Baltimore defense 7-2. Cincinnati's 3. 3 from Cincinnati. Are you serious?
Oh yeah, Cincinnati don't have defense. Cincinnati should be utilizing their 3-headed receiving monsters.
If that's going to be the case, then Baltimore's balling out. I'm going with Baltimore.
I'm just going with them because they're at home. I don't think they've been playing as good as they should be playing for the Baltimore Ravens. They've been lacking.
They have.
All right, Monday Night Football. The Vegas Raiders head out to Arrowhead, play the Kansas City Chiefs. Monday Night Football.
I want my Raiders to win. I'm gonna manifest it.
Okay.
Because it's my birthday and I want them to win. So I'm going to go with my Raiders. Arrowhead is one of the toughest stadiums to be in.
To
It
play
is
in.
probably the loudest. It's the toughest to be in.
And it's
as
probably
a fan.
already like 20 degrees in Kansas
Toughest to
City
play in.
already.
The fan base is unreal. I mean, it's just one of
Yes.
those hard places. But we have beat them like that before. There was a tweet I was going to send you where they had the Pope holding up the sacrament and showing an old game where we intercepted Pat Mahomes' pass and ran for a touchdown on defense.
I feel like you can win it, but I think your players that have an MIA need to show up.
I think our quarterback needs to be not MIA either and show up.
Very.
And I think our coach needs to not be MIA and show up.
I want your Raiders to win for you and your birthday, but I'm gonna go
for my
with the
birthday
Chiefs.
wish. I would just love that. I would like to just sit back and watch the game and have these Raiders win. I'm gonna put on my full regalia. I'm gonna just dress like I'm going to a game.
Your ballroom
and just
regalia,
and just be ready.
You know what? For your birthday, I'm gonna have Suge put on some Raiders gear for you because that's his team.
I appreciate that. If he needs to borrow my scarf, I will bring the Affinity scarf over there for him to wear too.
Bring it over. Yeah, we could have a little Mo Raiders birthday watch here.
That would be nice. I do have plans to watch. I'll tell you about it.
Okay. All right.
But
we'll discuss that out there.
Yeah.
All right, you all. That's been the show for today. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Those that have hung with us. If you're catching the end of it, which is probably my mom because she texted me and said, "Where's the show?" Mom, just watch it in a little bit. Mom is really excited about the Mariners, by the way, too. So
I know she is. The whole town of Seattle probably out there streaking because they're seeing a team they haven't seen in 21 years actually go somewhere.
Listen,
it's got to be exciting.
We are all behind Julio. We are the Seattle Rodriguez's right now, is what we should be called.
That's great.
The Seattle J-Rods. That's going to be our
new nickname. Thank you so much for the birthday shout out. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Happy birthday.
I want to skip that age.
Can I say 27? We're not saying ages.
27?
I say 33 for life, but that's just me.
I wish I could say 27.
Okay. I mean, that's,
I know it's not realistic, but I just wish I could say 27. I don't even want to say 37. Maybe 34.
Don't say 37. I like 33 is for me. 34. That works.
I don't know.
Forever young is what it should be. Anyways, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Yes. Again, please share the feed, share the show, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, join the Facebook group. We love y'all, and we will catch y'all next week. All right? Have fun, and let's go Mariners.
Yes, go Mariners.
Bye.
Go Raiders.